Should be fine. I'm on Wi-Fi. I have literally nothing else open on my phone. Anyway, I'm changing the oil. Battery was weak anyway. I think that battery was weak anyway.
We gotta go get a new battery.
Yeah, I think that battery was weak anyway on the Saab, so anyway.
We're gonna start this time. I've been trying all day.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start this time. I haven't put it on the garage yet.
Yeah.
After you're done with that, just come with me, right? Make sure I get everything right.
Alright.
And we'll go get batteries for that.
Oh, come on.
Put it in a boom.
So let me put this on tight. Oh shit, Dad! You okay?
Ooh.
My dad just fell down the stairs. It's that stupid stair. I keep telling you, you gotta fix that second step. You alright? Come on. It's alright.
I felt hard. I felt like, that's how hard I felt when it dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah, you just didn't fall the right.
Wait, put your foot on my foot. Put the foot in.
Alright. You alright though?
Yeah.
You gotta check. Now you're all full of coffee. Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
It hurt my head or something.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. My dad fell down the stairs. That's not funny.
Back he was late there for
Oh boy, okay. I need both hands to get this nut off. Oh man, that didn't sound right. Alright, I opened up the spout. Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oilchangewave. At the Wi-Fi, I'm like literally right outside of my house. Should be having a camera. We bought this car, I don't know, early. Fire's still there. No. 64, but he's very capable for his age. He's not like a doddering old man. He's not that kind. All right, let me go get some paper towels because I got oil over my hands. Am I a real man now, Owen? Am I a real man? Yeah, first when he fell, I was concerned at first because, you know, I saw that he took a pretty hard fall. He fell right into some, like, he had like a little wooden birdhouse which he crushed, and he also had a coffee which he spilt all over himself. So I was just concerned. I was just concerned for him because it looked like he took a hard fall, but he was laughing as soon as he, I guess he assessed the situation, was like, am I really hurt? It's like one of those things, you know, sometimes you fall and you're like, am I really hurt? Or am I all right? You're descaling your water heater. That's funny. This is I'm working on a Buick. Big old Buick. My dad's big old Buick. This is kind of like our family car now, and my wife kind of is, she takes it to work and stuff, so I got to make sure that the oil change light came on the other day, so it's time. No, you're not a piece of shit, Joel. It's funny. No, he was laughing too. He was laughing at himself. That's why he's the one that said when he fell, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. He said it jokingly, laughing. So, you know, it's all cool. Hey, I just noticed that, you know, I'm just noticing this now because I haven't really worked on this car before. The rubber stopper, or plastic stopper for the hood, the adjuster, not there on this side. I'm just noticing that now. I also noticed this about the bumper, which I'm not happy about. Maybe you could see it better if I do it like that. I don't know if you could, wait, this is the best way probably. See that? See all that travel? I don't like that. It's really, really loose, which I don't like. This is only owned by one person. So yeah, this is a good engine. I had this is a 99 Park Avenue. I also had a 1998 Oldsmobile 88, which is the same exact car under the hood. Actually, I like the Oldsmobile better because the interior was actually nicer. In my opinion, I just like the setup of it a little better. And it had all sorts of gizmos up here and stuff in the Oldsmobile. So actually, I liked that one better, but this one's all right. It's all right. For now, it's the family car. My dad's getting that Saab out of the garage, so we both can go to church tomorrow, because I haven't been to church in a while because first because my hip was broken, but second of all because we didn't have a car to take. But now that I can walk again, for right now, my dad's gonna drive the Saab tomorrow and stuff, and basically I'm gonna keep this as the family car. Actually, I might just let my wife drive the Saab to work as her commuter car, because that probably gets a little bit better gas mileage. Just actually doesn't get bad. It gets, well, my wife gets like 21 when she drives. Me, I get like 24 when I drive it, because I know how to finesse big cars like this. The trick is you got to get up to speed fast and then cruise. That's how you get the best gas mileage in the cars, in these big old General Motors cars. Where the hell did I put that drain plug? Okay. There's a space for it in the oil pan, but that's stupid. Why would I put it closer to the oil and shit? Why? So I can get my hands all fucking dirty? Alright, let me try to get this oil filter off by hand. I don't know if there's a way I'll be able to get it on camera without getting oil on my camera, so maybe at least I'll try to get myself in the shot. Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. There's really you want to talk about, like, the other day, Royce had that one guy, and he was like, I don't know, it's a show about nothing. I'm the Seinfeld of the streamers, the guy who we ended up fucking not liking, because he was a spurg. But you want to talk about, a channel about nothing. I have like something of everything on my channel. It's coming. It's coming by hand. And is it on there tight though? There we go. Let that drain for a second before I do it anymore. Can you see the drip there? There we go. Alright, let's take this out the rest of the way. What kind of filter do they put in here? I'm curious to see. It's just a blue, unlabeled, so that's either something from a generic filter from a shop, or something from the General Motors. Either way, I don't know. I don't even see a part number on it. It is greasy, but it's just a blue unmarked oil filter. So who the hell knows what the hell brand that is? What I like to do is I like to get a marker, and I like to put the date and the miles that I did the oil change at. So if anything ever happens, somehow, this is more of an issue in the older cars where the speedometers, not speedometers, but all that shit doesn't work sometimes, or if you lose the sticker, sometimes they put the sticker up there. Like most modern cars, what I'm saying is they have a reminder for when to change the oil. But back in the older cars, or they have the sticker up there. They still put the sticker up in your window when to get your next oil change. But, alright. I am putting in, normally I would pre-fill the oil filter, but this one's kind of at an angle, so I can't do that. That's what I used to do. It depends. So how about the K&N? This K&N is pretty decent. Oh look, K&N was actually nice enough to include that sticker I was talking about that you put in the that you put on top of the window. I like these better. Don't ever buy Fram filters. Fram filters are shit because they don't bind the pleats together correctly, which just bypasses oil. And when you do that, when you're bypassing oil, you're not filtering it. So it doesn't matter how many pleats are in there, or how many microns the filter supposedly does. If it's bypassing the filter, then you're not filtering it. So I always buy something decent like K&N, because they're actually not that bad priced, or Bosch. I always buy the better one. Actually, let me go grab a permanent marker real quick so I can... Actually, do I even know where one is? I think I do. Give me 1 second. Alright, I do have a permanent marker. Let me grab the keys. Where did I put the keys now? Are they still in there? Nope, they're not in there. You know what, they're probably in my leather jacket. Give me a second, let me go get that. I don't know where I put the keys again. Like, how am I going to write down the next miles to change it at if I don't have the keys to turn on the dash to see how many miles are on the car? Where the hell did I put them? I think my wife has a spare set. Have that spare set, honey. Alright, I got it. Got the spare set. I gotta find the other set that I had before. I don't know where I put them. Let's see how many miles are on this right now. Door ajar, I know. Trunk ajar, I know. Check tire pressure, shut up. Alright, we're at 75,723. This is just conventional motor oil, so it could probably go 5, but the recommended is probably, I think that this resets every 3,000 miles. So I'll just write down the mileage, the current mileage that it was done at, and then I could figure it out the next time. 75,723. 75,723. 75,723. 75,723. 75,723 miles. Just write MI. Let me see, what's today's date? Today's date is 3/23. I forget stuff, so I'm at ease. Normally I would pre-fill the filter, pour oil into the filter itself and screw it up. If it's vertical like some are, you can do that, but I can't do that. Ugh. Okay. Make sure that the gasket is not. Sometimes the oil, the rubber ring sticks to the engine side, so you got to make sure that it didn't stick there. For some reason this doesn't want to screw on. Let me double check the holes here and see if they look the same. They do look the same. Let me get two hands on this, because maybe I'm just getting it at a weird angle. Can't get the right angle of it. Come on. There we go. Got it. Hands tight. Okay. Drain, where did I put that drain plug? Here it is. Drain plug back in. Get my wrench on it. I used to work for Atlantic Tire back when my uncle owned it before he died. His mechanic had a heart attack. He was all right. He was in the hospital and he needed somebody to fill in while he recovered, so I went up and I worked for him. Basically doing everything that a mechanic would be expected to do. What the fuck's going on? I hear like heavy machinery like across the street. There's a parking lot for a day camp across the street from me. I don't know what the hell is going on. They're making an awful lot of fucking racket, I'll say that. I need to go wipe my hands again. Let's go into the house for a second. Alright, so now that I've wiped off my hands, your nickname in North Carolina is Power Lips Giant, please. That's an awfully odd nickname, I'll say that. Now they're doing something across the street. There's a big... Oh, you know what? I think that they're probably loading up... I'll get this on camera. You notice, can I zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in on this, but there's some heavy equipment across the street because they are they're expanding the parking lot, I think, or maybe putting a shed or something, but they had to clear off a bunch of trees, so it looks like they're probably loading up the heavy equipment that they used to excavate everything. I bought this shit. Let me see the directions. Add Hyperloop oil supplement to your favorite brand of oil. Matter between exchange. Place 1 quart.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord.
1 quart. And this is about a quart. I'll put like half of this. Yeah, I gotta get them. I think they're like the center hub caps are like $50 for this.
You get it.
They're like 50 bucks a piece. I mean,
For what?
yeah, I know. I know. I got to get them though. You know,
Gladly do that.
I got to get them, but you know, it's.
Get them like immediately.
Why doesn't somebody? Why I'm live streaming? Why doesn't somebody make a donation? Help me buy the center hubcaps for my dad's car.
No, I'll give you. Because you know the car looks so much.
Yeah,
better.
I know. It looks better with the hubcaps.
So much better with the.
Do you have a
hubcaps.
funnel for when I? Where's that big funnel?
What?
Where's that big funnel? I'm adding a little bit of Hyperlube to this. Not much. All right. The rest I'm just going to fill up with regular oil. Let's turn this back around. What did I just do with all those napkins? There was a big black one.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try this one. What do you do that?
I just had it out somewhere. Who knows? Let me get the other oil. And I bought just the regular old cheapo oil since I don't mind changing oil myself.
Side one?
No.
I don't want to get all the dirt. Look at this one. Yeah, look at this one.
That looks right.
Sure. There's some dirt in there, but it's actually...
No, it's clean.
Well, I don't know. Or whatever. But, is the oil dirty in that truck?
What's that? Oh, the oil in this? Yeah, the oil was real dirty. That's my dad. Yeah, he was raised in a little northern Jersey, so.
So was the oil dirty?
Yeah, it was real dirty. It looked like molasses.
Okay, oh boy.
Yeah, you know, that's the first time we changed it. We haven't had the car that long, but we went one extra oil change,
It might be a first
which you
time.
should never ever do.
This is one of the first times.
Still, they're loading up the excavators across the street, I think is what they're doing. That's what all that racket is about.
This is a good car. The 3800 miles.
It's no problem, but I always double fucking care.
Pizza at
Obsessive compulsive or whatever.
7-Eleven used to be 5, now it's 7. The car wash used to be 5.
All right. Better way of doing this up. You guys are in the engine. There you go. You can kind of see a little bit here. You know, I'm kind of the chat's kind of blocking it, but deal with it. Since I wasn't able to pre-fill the oil filter, you got to run it for a minute and then add more because it's gonna suck it into the oil filter. Some people overfill it in anticipation. I don't like doing that. I don't think that's a safe way to do it. You could do whatever you want on your own car. This is my car, so I'm going to do it my way. Okay, we still need about a quart. It's okay, Dub. What I will say is don't panic if when you fill up you go a little bit over, because that's not a problem. But don't purposely overfill it. That's stupid. Just run it for a minute and check it. It's getting dark out here. Let me bring my light. Oh. There you go. I got a little bit more light now. All right, we're right at full right now. So with that, I will pause for a minute and run the engine for a second. We get all this stuff off of here. Make sure there's nothing hanging around that could get into the fans or anything. Let's go start this up for a second. Running it for a second. getting dark out. I don't know where you guys are, but it's 7:30 here. Okay. Let's check this again. And I expect it to see about a quart low. Yeah, it's about 3/4 of a quart low. Not exactly a full quart. Which is why, like I said, I don't like overfilling in anticipation. That's a silly thing to do. Just in case. You never know. Let's see how that does. Ugh. Come on. I always wipe it off the first time. I never trust it right out of the thing. I'll always wipe it once and then check it. Right at full, on the nose. Okay. That's it. Oilchangewave. Alright, let's see get. You guys can come with me putting shit away. I don't think it's gonna rain, so I'll leave the oil tub out for tonight. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I do play music. I was in a band called the WAG for a couple years. Well, I think it's less than a couple years. It was over a year. I'll put it that way. And we did a lot of shows around Jersey. They still play, but then the drummer died, and I just couldn't keep playing without him because I felt like he was my buddy. I mean, because the keyboardist Alicia and the bassist Brian, they were married, and they were vegans. So, I mean, I was never going to win in an argument with them, whether it was a creative opinion or, whatever it may be. So, it was, I used to commiserate with, there's two Brians in the band, the bass player and the drummer. Now, drummer Brian, we used to commiserate and, because we really weren't making that much money. We weren't really making that much money being in the band. But one of the things that we did used to get was at least, like drinks and food and stuff would be comped a lot of the time. So the least I'm going to do is, I'm going to drink a couple beers and order a cheeseburger, you know what I mean, if it's on the house. And, they'd be looking at me light enough, but you could tell that they didn't like it, which obviously they wouldn't, I don't expect them to. At least they're true to their beliefs. All right, let's put this down. So right now I got a fresh, nice oil change for church tomorrow. I have this thing up on ramps because I hate pulling up the jacks and everything, especially with my hip and everything. It's hard for me to lug stuff, so it didn't need to be up that high, so I have it up on these ramps. So I gotta drive it down off the ramps, and then I will call it quits for the night. Trying to get my watch hours up. Still no donations. Nobody's checked out the donation system. I tried to make a donation to myself, but it wouldn't let me. That's still one thing I have to confirm if it works or not, because I can't donate to myself, so. Come down. All right. Let's Go and put these ramps away. Oh, heavy metal. Oh, my dad's pulling up the Saab. Our Saab. We bought that in anticipation, kind of fixing a few things and selling. For some reason, the convertible top doesn't like to go down. Oh. But yeah, we bought that Saab in anticipation of selling it, but I got to fix the convertible top. The motor seems to work, but what I think it is I think that just all the joints need to be lubricated, because it feels really, really stiff, you know. So I don't really think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that the joints of the top are so stiff because it's a sophisticated convertible top that folds down into a compartment behind the back seat, and it has like a little hatch door and everything, so it's complicated. So that's why I kind of expect that it's probably just that the joints need to be lubricated. But anyway, that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for the oil change wave. This is basically what I'll just do. I'm just going to stream all this stuff that I do around the house so you can see how I live my daily life, I guess. What's that? Let me see. Hold on, wants me to see if the brake lights work. Yes, the brake lights work. Yep, and the reverse lights work. What about blinkers? That works. Yeah, it works. Okay. Wow, this car is dusty.
Because look, it says brake light failure.
Yeah, I don't see anything out. Although, you know what, the third tail light, it looks like there's, Dad, it looks like there's supposed to be 4 lights in the third tail light, and only 2 of them are lighting up, but that doesn't matter. Come look. You'll see what I mean. Oh, well, it's not on yet. It's not on now. Yeah. It only works, yeah, that's right.
You put your foot on the
But here, I'll show you. There's, yeah, you'll see, there's like 4. It looks like there's 4 lights in here, and only 2 of them are lighting up. So you can see what I mean. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So that's probably what it is. That's the only thing I could see. How do you pop the trunk on this? I don't even know. I've only driven this a couple times. Is it on the? Oh, it's on the door. Yeah, I got it. It says finish soft top motion. It's doing that crap again, where it doesn't think that the top is closed. That's what I mean. I got to fix the top on this because it thinks that the top isn't fully closed, so it won't let you open up the trunk.
It's actually a pretty nice car.
You could probably. Is there a key? You could probably do it with the key.
You gotta wash this off.
No, it doesn't even have a key. Oh yeah, it does have a key. You could probably open it with the key. It'll probably let you open it with the key, but the automatic thing won't work.
Turn it off now?
Yeah, go ahead, turn it off. It's really weird. What's that?
Took me all day to get it started.
Well, shut it off and turn it back on, and then we'll see if the battery at least is keeping a charge. It's really weird. The key in this is down. I'm live streaming, Dad. The key in this is in the center near the shifter.
Good idea to go get a battery anyway.
Go and see if it starts out of curiosity. Just barely. Yeah, you better let this run. Is the gas? How much gas is in it?
Just like half a tank.
All right. Well, yeah. Just let it run for like 20 minutes, a half hour. I gotta make dinner real quick. We're having.
Drive it. Oh, give me the papers and I'll drive it.
Oh yeah. Let me go get that for you. All right. I'm gonna go, you guys. I'll see y'all later. I will see everybody later, and I will do some more live streams around the house doing various crap. See you guys.